Merry Christmas, guys. This is Will It Who back for another video. This is going to be a quick one because this is at Christmas Day, so I'm going to do all my thoughts or trailer reaction breakdown really quick just before it airs. So let's get started, shall we? It starts off with the Doctor dancing in a club, a nightclub, and it looks like he's wearing like a kilt and he's dancing. This is making the Doctor more freelance. He's more excited. He's more like getting to the newer generation. And he's more laid back, not like the stress-heavy one we had with David Tennant. Then it shows our new companion, Millie Gibson's character, Ruby Sunday. I think she's looking at the Doctor while she's dancing, and then we see, not probably their first encounter, but probably near the end, where the Doctor is like holding the glass or catching the glass from her. And you can tell they're both happy, so they both probably know each other, and this is probably right at the end of the episode. Then we probably have their first actual encounter where the Doctor is running on top of the houses on the rooftops, and Ruby Sunday is holding onto a ladder, which looks like it's probably from the Goblin ship, and he jumps on it and meets her for the first time. This is definitely the first meeting. You can tell they are because he's not introducing himself. Oh yeah, because he's introducing himself, and so is Ruby. So that is probably their real first interaction. Next clip we get is a wide shot of the Goblin ship, and you can tell it's all rusty. It's like a pirate ship, or it reminds me of like a ghost pirate ship more than just an old pirate ship. It's all rusted together, and it heavily implies they're like Goblin pirates, which get confirmed literally in the next clip. Doctor then gets onto the ship and says hiya, so this is like sort of a kind of comedic joke. This is the first time the Doctor sees the Goblins. This is the first time the Goblins see the Doctor. Now, this is our first look of the Goblins in the trailer, but it's not actually our first look of the Goblins we saw. As in previously in a Doctor Who post, there has been like a Goblin pictured on it, and that was our confirmation. There's Goblins in the Christmas special, but this is you can tell there are loads of them. They're small. You can tell the pirates from there, and they just look cute and innocent, but they're actually deadly. There's then the beginning of the Goblin song, so you've got loads of little Goblin pirates there, and there's the conveyor belt where the baby is on, and it's getting inserted into the Goblin King's mouth. If you've seen the end of the trailer, or if you've seen the song in general, but that's how they eat the children. They get a conveyor belt to bring it into the mouth. The Doctor and Ruby are tied up by the mini little goblins, and Ruby talks about time travel and how it doesn't exist, and then how the Doctor is saying you're lying and it actually does exist, or it's actually pretty cool. Then you've got the Doctor falling off the rope and hitting onto the conveyor belt, and he sees the Goblin King as his mouth is widened open. It's like sharp teeth. It's just all good. It reminds me a lot of Jabba the Hutt, this Goblin King. Then Ruby looks in fear, like she's seen something dangerous. I don't think this is the Goblin King. I think it's either one of the little goblins or it's something else. It's probably one of the little goblins trying to kidnap the children. That's what I think it is, really. I don't think it's anything else. It could be. This could be like a first encounter of seeing the goblins, or maybe a later encounter. It's not really that clear. This was our first ever look at the sonic screwdriver in this image, and it looks really odd. I don't like it, my personal opinion. I just don't feel like it feels like anything like Doctor Who. It should be a screwdriver, but it depends on what happens in the episode. But this is the first reveal of the screwdriver. You've got the TARDIS in the corner, which is probably where he landed. This is probably Ruby's house. He's probably at the streets. This is probably right at the beginning of the episode where he's trying to break in. There's something going on. There might be a goblin in the house, and he runs out, and he runs in, and he tries to break him using the sonic because the door's locked. I think that's probably what it is. It might not be, but that's probably more likely of what it is. As you can see now, the goblin has taken the baby, and you can tell how small they are by they're just bigger than the baby is. Maybe even not. And you can tell they're a bit of a threat, but it doesn't look like that much of a threat in the trailer, but they probably could be. Do you know what remind me of? They remind me a lot of the Gremlins, and I think that's what took a bit of inspiration. RTD has done. Took inspiration off the Gremlins. Ruby then notices a blue police box why is there a 1963 police box there? And that's probably her first, like, clue going, why is there a police box there? Like, there's something unusual happening. This is definitely a reference to Rose, where she doesn't notice it. It's the exact opposite. She doesn't notice it and runs by it normally, even though that is still in plain sight. Why is there a 1963 police box in 2005? But this time, Ruby's noticed it. This could be when she enters the TARDIS for the very first time. Then they are escaping from the pirate ship. So it looks like they're escaping from one of the wires or one of the ropes. To end off this BBC trailer, you get the first reaction of Ruby in the TARDIS, and you can tell it's the same TARDIS as in the 60th anniversary specials with David Tennant. And we get Shooty smiling in front of a Christmas tree, and that's the end of the BBC trailer. However, they also brought out a Disney Plus Doctor Who Christmas trailer for today's Christmas special, and it's got a few scenes different and there's a few scenes that are the same. So let's analyse the different scenes. So we start off with a baby getting carried by this black hooded strange figure. We find out later on, well, we don't find out later on, but most people speculate that it's a woman because they're wearing boots, but we don't know who it is. It could be the mother, because we know that Ruby's adopted, so it could be her true mother dropping her off. It could be someone saving her from the goblins, because the goblins could have been there earlier. I think this is definitely her when she's a kid. This is the past. But what do you guys think? But we'll find out probably within the episode, but it's just a lot of speculated. Who is this masked figure? A lot of people thought it would be the trickster, or a sort of trickster beard, but I just think it's just a person in a cloak, in my personal opinion. But we're not the only ones witnessing this, as the doctors came out the TARDIS and probably can see the baby getting dropped off at this sort of clock tower sort of thing. And it looks like what he does is he grabs the baby and he walks off with it. So I think that he's dropped it off at a certain foster house, and when you see him with a screwdriver when he's at the door, he's came back because he knows what house it is, because he dropped it off there probably only a few minutes ago. But to her it's probably about 16, 17, 18 years. We have then another usage of the new sonic screwdriver and a goblin hitting on some drums. We finally get a little confrontation scene with Ruby's foster mum meeting for the first time Shooty Gatwa, the doctor, and Ruby trying to introduce him as someone. Like, I don't think she says doctor, she says like just someone important or a friend. So that's it for the Doctor Who new Christmas special trailer analysis. As I say, this is the day it comes out, so this is probably going to be a few hours early, and some people might not watch it, I might watch it later. But I honestly think this is going to give us some introduction about Ruby's birth. We might get a little name reveal of who Ruby's true mother is, but that might be throughout a whole new series arc. And I think we're just going to get little tiny answers to even the Doctor that we from the 60th. But really, I think they're going to make more plot points for the upcoming season 1. So if you like this video, then you can comment some of your theories and like the video. That would really help and appreciate the channel. And subscribe too. So this is Will It Who, over and out. Merry Christmas, everybody.